Hey, what's up guys, it's about Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Could Use 8 Gates Without Any Backlash. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Moose underscore Eat1 because he's the one who suggested me this idea. Now aside from this, there will be a story coming up on my second channel, so stay tuned for that as well, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins 6 years after the Kyubi attack in Konohagakure Sato, as we go towards the Rotten Kunai, a pub inside the said village where the shinobis usually retire in night to enjoy themselves and as well as to relax. As one such night was the October 10th, which was the supposed 80th anniversary of the Kyubi's defeat, when many of the shinobis were given the day off to enjoy themselves in the night time. And there has been a lot of gathering there, and they quite drank a lot, to be frank. And one such shinobi who has retired himself after, well, drinking a bit was Might Guy, as he was currently returning back home with his trusted friend, Kakashi Hatake, who was also his eternal rival. As both of them were passing through an alleyway while chanting about their competitions, they saw that a huge mob was leaving. Guy, I don't feel right about this. Usually these much people coming out of an alleyway means that they have done something. As Guy then turned into serious, aside from his, well, behavior. You know, Kakashi, you have just taken the words out of my mouth. I'll go and confront them. You go check what is in the alleyway. As Kakashi nodded and disappeared. Hello there, civilians. What could you have been doing in that alleyway? Oh, Shinobi-san. It is none of your concern. We were just celebrating, is all, right? Yeah, is all. As Guy then noticed that they had some sort of metal objects in their hands which are covered in red liquid. What are you holding and hiding behind there, friend? As he tried to run away, but Guy chased him and with a single axe kick knocked him out. As the kunai mid-air, he grabbed it, as his eyes then widened until they narrowed and looked at them. You are the disgusting trash of the village. Who would harm him, right? You are the lot that has given all of us a bad name. It was all for the sake of revenge. That thing doesn't deserve to walk amongst us. You know that, as much as everyone here knows that. But yet the Kage has given his orders. Why would you not listen to it? Because that old man has no right. Before he could finish the sentence, his neck cleaved off by Guy. As Guy just stood there with rage-filled eyes, until Kakashi arrived there. Guy, we gotta go. Naruto, he's injured, and he's bleeding out fast. I'll go inform the Kage. You take him to the Anbu headquarters, not to the civilian hospitals. As Kakashi nodded and disappeared, as Guy was then seen beating all of them, and then leaving to get the Kage. As now we go towards Hiruzen's office, where he was still busy doing his paperwork. I wish Naruto is fine. In all this mess, I'm stuck here again. Oh boy. As that is when Guy bursted through the door. Guy, what the hell is wrong with you? How many times do I have to tell you that? Use the door properly. It's an emergency, Hokage-sama. Naruto has been harmed by a bunch of civilians. I was able to take them down, and Kakashi has taken him to the Anbu headquarters to get treated. Take me there now. As after arriving there, both of them saw that Naruto was already patched up, and an unfortunate accident has happened. His chakra coil on the left shoulder was damaged, rendering him and his arm to not be able to conduct chakra from that side. Damn it, said Hiruzen after finding out about this from the doctors. What is he going to do? Hokage-sama, I wanted to teach him, and he wanted to be a Kage. Such potential and so many dreams taken away from him at such a young age. Said Kakashi, I know, Kakashi. You and me and this whole village has failed Minato. We should have. As Guy then said, no, Hokage-sama. Please give me an opportunity to train him. It was because of our lack of awareness this has happened. We usually have seen him trying to escape and helped him out, but today was the day where we thought that he might be okay and we relaxed. and our thought, merely thought, has caused this much damage to him. Don't be so hard on yourself, Guy. We all could have never known, and yet we were aware that the civilians hated him, and let it slide. I have to repay the sacrifice of the fourth Hokage truthfully, and for that I will train him. And that is my resolve, and pass down the will of fire and the flames of youth down to him. Please hold on to the flames of youth to yourself, Guy. As for the will of fire, I believe Naruto has enough of it. So is it done then? You will train him then, Guy? Yes, I will. But what about the kid that you picked up? The orphan, remember? He's Naruto's senior in the academy for 1 year. Lee, I will train him together with Naruto. You don't need to worry about anything. As after that we see, 1 week later Naruto has recovered, and now Guy has been teaching him alongside with Lee, who Naruto has met and quickly has become friends with. As this was going on, the council has gotten a wind of it, and they were quite interesting to find out why Naruto was now training with a special and specific Jonin. Now you all are here and you want to know about this. I will enlighten you with the knowledge. You see, on his 8th birthday, Naruto was attacked by a group of civilians. Luckily, Guy and Kakashi were walking that side when they saw that the group was walking out of the alleyway. Kakashi and Guy, finding it quite, suspicious, went inside to investigate. And that is when they found out the horrific truth that Naruto has been again, harmed by them. So, in order to get him treated, they took him to the Anbu headquarters, where he was treated, but unfortunately his left arm's chakra coil was destroyed, so he shouldn't be in a shinobi corps. Why is he being trained? He still has 1 chakra coil left in the other arm, Danzo. And not only that, his physical powers can still be able to help him. And you know that Might Guy has little to no chakra, but he was trained in extreme physical, self as well as condition. Meaning that Naruto has a lot of room to grow, and he might also be another user of the gates. But the 8th gate is quite stressful, and not any shinobi can handle it. But in the past you forgot there was one, the inventor Tobirama Senju himself, who passed this down to die, and died to his son. Even if Tobirama Senju Sensei were able to do and use 8 gates without any consequences, it took a toll on their condition, and their chakra pool was starting to shrink. Naruto has an enormous amount of it, and not like Naruto will be using the 8 gate whenever he wants it to. Let's just hope that that circumstance never arise. That is a good decision, because he is our Jinchuriki as well, meaning that letting him become a civilian would have been a bad decision. And that is why I agreed to this as well, Danzo. Naruto has a spark in his eyes. He wants to be a shinobi. He wants to prove this to everyone, that he will be a Kage one day. Well, said the civilian council members leader Mibuki Haruno, we now know the truth about him, and we are very sorry for what has happened. We just thought that telling this to the civilians might appease their pain, and they will know that Naruto is the true hero who is holding the Biju back. But they misinterpreted your words, said Danzo. You should have at least discussed this with us before doing so, and the consequences would have been less harmful. We are sorry, and we apologize for what has happened. Apology isn't going to cut anything, said Danzo. Enough, Danzo. What's done is done. Naruto is alive and happy, and he's moving forward with his life, and so should we all. As after that, we see that 2 years passed after that, and Naruto was currently sitting in the academy. And after the academy, he had to go and train. And it was the academy afternoon, and there was an hour break so that they could relax and eat whatever they wanted. And currently Naruto was in the backyard eating his onigiri sandwich, as out of nowhere, a kid with an odd haircut arrived there. Hello there, Naruto-kun. How are you on this youthful morning? Hey Lee, how are you as well on this youthful morning? Naruto said, chuckling as well. I'm fine, my friend. So should we just spar here, or should we wait until we get home? You know what? After I'm finished my lunch, we can spar for a bit. Losers sticking together, I see, said Neji as he arrived there. What's wrong with us sticking together, arrogant Hyuga? As Neji gritted his teeth. Silence, you pathetic. Idiot, you do not know who you are talking to. I am from a prominent clan, whereas you are from Uzumaki clan? There is no Uzumaki clan. You live in a delusional world. Yeah, I say. Rather than that. As after that, we see that Neji was literally enraged and was gritting his teeth when Naruto said this word. You think that you can make fun of me and walk away from here alive? I'll show you when I put you down to the ground. Spar with me. Alright then. As Naruto got up, you know, Naruto, that might not be the best decision. Said Lee. What do you mean, Lee? He's the student of the year from my class. So what? We work hard enough, and we don't go all out on our comrades. But this piece of shit isn't one of my comrades, because I don't recognize him as such. If he wants to be that person, then he has to deserve my respect, which he hasn't yet. If anything, he has made me aware that he's nothing more than a piece of shit that shouldn't be allowed to exist. You think that you know everything, huh? Come at me. It is my fate that I am more special than you. And it is my fate to crush your fate and shove it deep in your ass, said Naruto as both of them got into a stance. As the kids tried to gather around, and amongst them was a silent kid with black hair and black eyes from Naruto's class, who was also the student of the year of that class, Sasuke Uchiha, who has lost his whole family. And he was quite surprised when Naruto, the most obnoxious kid, has turned into a hard worker, but not to at his level, so he ignored it. But now he was challenging the prodigy and the class representative student of a senior class. Well, the dope has dug his grave, so he must just enjoy that as well, and see the possible competition for the future, the Yugas. As the battle commenced, Neji was looking like he was about to win, but Naruto was able to parry and dodge his attack single-handedly until he kick-swiped his legs, throwing him down, and was able to win the round with a fatal blow to the head, but he did not attack him physically. See? One more blow and you could have been dead if this was a real battle, and not just a spar. As Naruto turned around, as everyone was completely shocked. As after that, everyone began to clap. It was Shikamaru who did so that everyone began and started to cheer Naruto. As Naruto then went towards Lee, who was sitting there. See, Lee? With hard work and dedication, anything is possible. You think you can get away after insulting me? Said Neji as he activated his Byakugan and was about to use his 64 palms. 8 trigrams, 64 palms, but Naruto dodged all of them. Pathetic. And that is when he entered the second gate state, and with a single kick, sended the prodigy of the senior class to the other side of the academy, blasting through the wooden walls of the academy all the way to the other side, as everyone was now even more shocked when Naruto returned back to normal. More so ever was Sasuke Uchiha, who was watching all of this. But there was something surprising going on. He had a healthy blush on his face, as Naruto looked at him. What are you looking at, Teme? Naruto said, nothing, dope. Nothing at all. As after that, we see Naruto and Lee begin to walk and smile again. As the academy ended after that, and Naruto didn't got into trouble since it was a spar and spars were allowed between different classes in the school. So, we see that Sasuke Uchiha has finally returned to his apartment complex which he was given to in the village after the whole massacre. And after entering there, he went to his mirror, in which he was standing in front of, as he used a seal to dehenji the henji he was in. As a girl appeared there instead of Sasuke, with a similar hair which was now tied into a ponytail, as she had a blush. And then we see a huge image of Naruto everywhere inside the apartment. You silly baka. You don't even know that what you do to me, but I have to keep a distance from you. I cannot let you allow to know my emotions, because if you find out, then I will lose to him. I don't wish to sacrifice you. So that is why I will admire you from afar, and after everything is finished and done, I will come to claim you as mine, my beloved. Said Satsuki Uchiha, the last remaining survivor, the true remaining survivor of the Uchiha clan. You see, Fugaku was obsessed with having sons, and when Satsuki was born, he forced Mikoto to dress Satsuki into Sasuke and henji him whenever he was old enough. And Itachi was against it at first, but then he too agreed with it for some ever reason. And now Sasuke persona was born. Sasuke was the one who was indifferent towards Naruto, not Satsuki entirely. But even through her fake, Satsuki was showing clearly today. I must hold together still. Sasuke will go and finish the job, and he will die. Sasuke will appear as a clone. Everything will be fine, and Naruto will be mine soon. Everything will be alright. As after that, we see that time began to pass even more, and Naruto's grades were now accessing and excelling each and every class as his training was in more progress and getting more intense day by day. As Neji Hyuga, after being inspired by the Might Guy's training, has also agreed to join his class, and now the three of them were training together. After the brutal beatdown, he apologized to Naruto because of his rude behavior. Because when Naruto brought him down and wake him from his stupor, he was able to realize what he was becoming was the reason why he hated the main Hyuga clan family. And in the end, he was thankful for that beatdown. And now the three of them were best friends, similar to that sort. And one person didn't like that entirely, or more like two people, or more like three actually. And these three people were hidden quite closely and yet were not aware of each other's presence. Hinata Hyuga, Satsuki Uchiha, and Ino Yamanaka. These three were using binoculars to spy on only one person, who was currently shirtless because of all the sweat that was drenching from it. Naruto Uzumaki, who was currently 12-year-old and had developed six packs. And there was a flash that was visible from the bushes, and only the two others have seen it. And after that, they saw that Sasuke Uchiha got up and was leaving. And after turning to a tree, she hinged into Sasuke. As everyone was not, the two of the other girls were now even more suspicious. So they tried to approach her as the training was going on. We go towards onigiri shop, a restaurant in which onigiris were sold, and they were quite delicious. As Sasuke bought those, and he saw in front of him standing Ino Yamanaka and Hinata Hyuga. What do you want? We need to talk. We saw what you did in the forest. As Sasuke's eyes widened until his eyes narrowed with Sharingan appearing with two tomos in each eye. Forget what you saw. If you don't, then I'll kill you. You think you scare us? Said Hinata as her Byakugan activated. We would like to talk with her, if you know what I mean, and in private. As Sasuke then said, follow me. As after some following, they arrived inside his apartment. As after the door was shut, he unsheathed two kunais and threw at them, as both were able to deflect and dodge. You think that we did not train at all? We were training as well. As now a battle commenced of three ways. More like two-way, because both Ino and Hinata were teaming up on him. Show us your true colors, whoever you are. Why are you hinged into this, Sasuke? As then, Sasuke smirked. Fine then. As the genjutsu was removed, as they saw that the whole room which looked normal was now turned into a room in which each and every picture of Naruto they could possibly think of was placed. And there was a girl standing in front of them with a ponytail. Who are you? My name is Satsuki Uchiha, and I am the last lone survivor of the Uchiha clan, as well as the daughter of Togaku and Mikoto Uchiha. What? But they had sons, not a daughter. Oh, they had a daughter, but my bastard of a father wanted a son. Always did and always had. And that is why I had to return into one. I see, but that doesn't explain that you have obsession over Naruto. Why? Same could be asked for you too. Why? Well, he saved me, and since then I knew that he was my beloved and my one and only. And I will not give up to him to anyone. Hold your horses there, sister. You said that you will share him with me, said Ino. I will. When did I say I wouldn't? What about you, Ino? I was quite insecure and was always bullied in the park. He even took a beating for me, and even told me that I was beautiful. And it clicked inside my mind that he was my other half. Plus we both are blondes. So yeah, it's a perfect match. As both the others scowled at this. What about you now? fake Uchiha. I'm not a fake Uchiha. I'm as real as any other Uchiha can get. If anything, that I'm more dangerous than that. Alright then, dangerous Uchiha, tell us your side. I was 5, and I was quite sad that nobody in my family understood me. I didn't want to be dressed up like this. I didn't want to act like a boy. And that is when I met him. He cheered me up. And even though he didn't knew that at the time I was a girl, he always said to me, be yourself and be who you are and be proud of it. And he always said that if he wouldn't knew any better, he would have thought that I was a girl. And that was so special to me. The moments we spent, all that, you spent time with him? Said Hinata, as Ino had a dark gloom in her eyes as well. You were the one who was hogging him at the time. The black-haired kid who we thought that was hogging his time was you. So what of it? You took our precious time away from him, and you're gonna pay for that. Who says? As some more war and battle continue on until the whole picture room that was decorated was ripped apart. You have destroyed my collection, but thanks a lot. Now I have a reason to make new one. Like, we will allow you to do that. We're gonna expose you. And what will happen? They will give me everything I want. Once they realize that I want him as my groom, and I am the last of my clan, what do you think will happen? They will hand him over to me in a silver platter in an instant. He's an orphan and a civilian, and I am a clan head, and the last of my kind. While on the other hand, your clans wouldn't do that. But I will, because I have a say in it. As the other two girls gritted their teeth. So what do you want us to do? A compromise. Even if I hate to admit it, we must make a compromise. Of what sort? We have to share him. Damn it. Is there no other way? No. No other way at all. As then it was finally decided the three of them will share him. But they were not aware of one other girl who was downright obsessed with him. She had pink hair, green eyes, and she acted like only one person, a fangirl. A fangirl to Sasuke Uchiha tried to make Naruto jealous, and it worked like a charm because Naruto was always enraged at Sasuke because he was hogging over her attention. And that girl was Sakura Haruno. As now we see her inside her apartment, as she has opened a closet in which every possible image of Naruto, nude, unnude, taking a shower, in the washroom sleeping, as well as training, all images were there placed, and as well as his stolen clothes, as she was sniffing on it. As after sniffing, so we see that there were hearts in her eyes, until she was brought out of her worshipping of Naruto, as she heard a knock on the door. In an instant she closed everything and placed her clothes there, trying to hide whatever evidence there was. Sakura, there are Ino and Hinata here to see you, alongside with Sasuke. Sasuke-kun? Yes, Sasuke. As she dashed downstairs. As the three of them were standing there, until they saw Sakura arrive downstairs. What is it, Ino? And Sasuke-kun, what can I do for you? As now we hear Sasuke's inner Sakura's thought. Ugh, why do I have to see this duck-ass face everywhere? I wish I could see Naruto-kun's face, but I have to keep an act. An act because I have to choose him over all the people. Curse me and my cowardliness. When Naruto confessed, I was so confused of what I was doing that it was already too late when I realized what I did. Damn it! I was never supposed to do that. And now we see that she was smiling at Sasuke and fake blushing. As Ino then said, we need to talk in secret. There is something that only you can resolve. Okay. What is it? If it is to share Sasuke with you, I'm not gonna do that. Ew, no, I don't want him. Yes, and I don't want neither of them as well. Actually, there is someone I like. Really now? Who is it? Well, that is what we wanted to talk about. How about we come into my house and room, said Sakura. As now we see that all of them were inside their room. As after some time, Ino then said, first of all, no secrets, Satsuki. As Sasuke then dehinged himself into Satsuki. As now the Sakura was shocked. You're a... Yes, I am a girl. I have been hiding my true presence. I see. Then what is it that you want to talk about? Who is the guy you like? As Sakura for some reason was not feeling that much okay now. I don't feel good about this, said the inner Sakura. Shut up. I need to know. As then said, I love Naruto, and so does Hinata. We thought that we can share him, and now we know that Satsuki is also in love with him, because of how kind he is. As something inside Sakura snapped. These bitches, like they have any right to claim him before me. If anyone is going to have him, it will be me, and no one else. As Sakura then eyebrows twitched. She was trying so hard to hold it in, but she then said, like you have any right, all of you. He's mine, back off all of you bitches. Wait, what? Said Ino. What do you mean he's yours? I thought you liked Sasuke. Yeah, I thought you liked Sasuke as well, said Satsuki. It was all an act. You see? I loved the fact that Naruto was giving me the attention of all day, and I wanted and craved more of it. And I did this to get his attention and his alone. As unknown to all four of the girls, Sakura's mother was hearing this from the other side. Since she was a main council head figure from the civilian side, she was shocked. I even have stolen his clothes while he was sleeping, and have a shrine for him. What? Behold, my shrine. As Mibuki Haruna was quite shocked at how disgusting her daughter could be. I even have his smelly underwear from 3 days before, and I sniff it every night before going to bed and before waking up. As the three girls were quite shocked. You do not deserve him because you do not love him like I do. You do not love him, you're obsessed with him, and my obsession is my love, and I will have him one way or another. And like why? Why would he even date you? If I say yes today, he will go and shake the earth and moon and stars for me, if he wants to. And that is what I'm going to do now, she said with a sinister smirk. As after that, we see that a thud was heard, and on the other side, we see that Mibuki has dropped the tea as well as the teapots that she has brought there, and she was dashing outside of her house. As we see her and follow her all the way to the Hokage office. Hokage-sama, there is something that you need to be aware of, and you need to call the council meeting. As seeing Mibuki's face, the council meeting was called. Okay, Mibuki-san, everyone is now aware why you called for a council meeting, and they want to know the reason. My daughter, I want her, Yamanaka, Sasuke Uchiha, as well as Hinata Yuka to be brought here. Why our daughters? Said Inoichi. Everything will be revealed in due time. I see. As the four of them were brought here, as Sakura then asked, Mom, what is going on? Yeah, why are we even here? I would like to know the same. First of all, Sasuke, dehenji yourself, because I am going to reveal to everyone who you truly are. As Sasuke's eyes widen. What is she saying, Sasuke? Since it's already out, there's no point in hiding. As Sasuke dehenjed himself and turned himself into a girl. As everyone was shocked about this. My name is Satsuki Uchiha, and I am the last remaining Uchiha actually. I was forced to be turned into a son by my father and my grandfather because they were obsessed with boys, and they did not want any female in the clan. From their side, at least. So that is why I was forced to dress up like a boy, and when able to use chakra, was taught how to henji myself into one, without being detected. I see. And is that all? Is this what you wanted to tell us? This is certainly a revelation, but still not enough for us to be doing a meeting over, said Danzo. And they are all obsessed with Naruto Uzumaki, to the point that even my own daughter, I must say that I'm ashamed to admit it that she has stolen his clothes and has been stalking him. All of these girls have been. As everyone was now shocked, downright terrified of what they have found out. Hinata, is this the truth? What of it is? Like you ever cared about me. Only Naruto did. And he has proven to me again and again that I, no matter how much lose hope, there will always be him, and he's my hope now. As Hiyashi was shocked by the outburst of her daughter, all this time he thought that she was weak, but downright she was just holding back. And it was all because it was for their own safety, or she could have demolished them, killed them, much worse. He was now seeing that how far his daughter was gone. And as for Inuichi, he wasn't faring any better. His daughter was also acting very psychotic. Is this true? So what if he found out now? It will not matter. In the end, either we're gonna have us or no one will. And we are making a statement. As now every male for some reason felt chills down their spine. Even Danzo did, because he had goosebumps. Because these girls were outrageous as well as psychotic. Downright psychotic for the kid. So, I see. All of you are allowed to leave. We will conduct a meeting, and after that everything will be solved. And you can listen about the whole scenario from your parents, said Hiruzen, because he couldn't make a head or toe of what has just transpired within mere moments of this meeting. He was still going through it. After the girls left, he composed himself and said, "So, I say let the bastard have them all. I mean, what's the point in, having the rampage girls everywhere? They're just troublesome women." Said Shikaku, "You know what you are saying, right? They need medical help, and you're just giving them what they want. Like giving a person who is in a rehabilitation center and is addicted to drugs, and you are just giving them the drug that they need. But that drug can solve the problem. They are addicted to him, and he won't be harmful for their health. But it is. I am hating to admit this, but it's not Naruto's fault. It is our fault. He found them at their low for some reason, by fate's twisted, I don't know what, and helped them out through their dark times by being a good friend and just a human being. And in the end, it will come back to bite him in the ass because of us and our mistakes. Because we couldn't raise our daughters well. I, for one, apologize and deeply am embarrassed of Hinata's behavior. And as for Satsuki, what are we gonna do about her? She has stated perfectly that she wants Naruto, and we know that she is the last loyal Uchiha, as well as a female to the clan, meaning Naruto and she can reproduce and Uzumaki Uchiha kids, which will be strong as well as have the Jujutsu. We know, but Minato never classified whose daughter, his son will marry. Actually, I got a scroll right here, said Tizumi. It says that my daughter and, Kushina's son will marry. You mean your daughter, who is older than him by 8 years? Yes. And he'll be a shinobi. Their, marriage as well as engagement will be done. And when he's reached the age of 18, and she at the age of 26, they'll be married. Are you sure about this, Tizumi? I have the documents to prove it. I see. Well, you will tell your daughters about this, and I will tell Satsuki Uchiha about this. So, are we really going to just give Naruto away like this to them? What choice do we have? And plus, Naruto has become somewhat successful, and I heard from Guy that he was able to use the 8 gates without any consequences, meaning even his chakra pool wasn't affected by it. Meaning Naruto is the perfect user of the 8 gates. After Tobirama-sama. Yes. I see. So Naruto is already a perfect level shinobi. Yes, but there is still 1 year left until they graduate, so they have to wait. And they will become fiancés when they reach at the age of 15. Alright, all of you agree to this? Said Hiruzen, as all of them did. And now we see that the decision was made, as the parents had to make their way back home and tell their kids what the decision was. And obviously they were not happy, but in the end they agreed. But now we go towards the Inuzuka clan, where we see a girl who was quite calm and well-headed, and was the ideal konoichi of the said clan, Hana Inuzuka, as many of the younger konoichis from the said clan looked up at her as the perfect role model, and many of the males as well. But she never submitted to anyone. And now we see that she was currently seated inside her mother's room. So he told them the truth, Gachan. Yes. And what did they say about my Naruto-kun and me? They agreed, but there's a problem, you see. There are other three girls who are obsessed with him, or more like four girls actually now. And that makes you the fifth one. I was the first one. They are the last ones. If anyone is late here, it's them. And he was supposed to be mine and mine alone. What happened to that? He told me that you will take care of this. And I tried. But in the end, they won't just listen. They say that it is better for all of us. And what about Naruto? Has he betrayed me as well? No, God, no. The poor soul doesn't even know what he's stepping into. Really now? Meaning my Naruto-kun is innocent? Yes, he is. I see. I'll then agree to these terms. Let's just hope Naruto does. He has to. Or otherwise there will be no good thing for him left in this village. As after that, Tsuzumi's eyes widened. What do you mean? Who do you think ordered the civilians to attack him? What do you mean, Hana? It was not me, but it was one of the haters. But I told him Naruto's location, and he was the one who arranged it. But you were the one who was the culprit behind this. Why? Because he rejected my love. If he will, then he will get hurt, and hurt badly. God, Hana, are you insane? This cannot be revealed to anyone, and it will remain a hidden secret, Kajan. Because if you reveal this to anyone, then I'm afraid that you will be the next victim of mine. As Tuzumi was shocked. Hana, you're scaring me. I'm not scaring Kajan. I'm giving you a promise, and my word that this will happen if you tell this to anyone. I see. It won't be told to anyone or revealed to anyone. Good. And now I can act as good, lovely wife to my Naruto-kun, said Hana, who was also obsessed with him. God knows why or when. As now we see, Naruto was training well, and after his training session, 1 year later, he was called to the Hokage office. Because for 1 year, Hiruzen didn't have the guts to reveal this to him. But the girls were pushing their fathers, and the fathers were pushing Hiruzen to reveal this to, Naruto. And now, it was the final day. As after completing his test, Iruka called him, "Oh, Naruto. What is it, sensei?" "Well, since you cannot do the shinobi part, you have already graduated. Here is your headband. As for the rest of you, you have to conduct this." As all of them nodded. "But you have to go to Hokage office. There's something that the Hokage-sama has to tell you there. And Hana-san over here will guide you there." As the four girls snarled, or more like 3 girls and 1 boy snarled, watching this. As Naruto, okay, I guess then I'll go. "Hi, my name is Hana and Izuka, and these 3 are Sakura pups, and they are siblings, and I see, so you're like Kiba, right? And Akamaru. I'm his big sister, actually. That's so cool." As Naruto was already chatting with her along the way there, as Hana was enjoying the moments of her life, while the 3 girls and a girl that was hiding were literally enraged by this. "That bitch! She has some gale to come here and take him away from us like that. We have to pass the test as soon as possible. Sensei, can we conduct the test early on? I need somewhere I want to be," said one of the girls. Okay," said Iruka as he went on to conduct the test. As now we go towards the duo who has arrived in Hokage's office. As Hana remained here. Okay then. "Hey Gigi, why did you call me here?" "Well, Naruto, my boy, how's your training has been going on?" "Well, it finished a few months back, and I was given a green spandex by my sensei as a present, and some weights to tie to my legs and my waist as well as arms. Always. That is good, Naruto. Are you training regularly?" "Yes, Gigi, I am." "That is good as well, Naruto. Now, there is something that I want to tell you, my boy. And that something is, after some time, we hear from outside of Elementalations, or more like outside of the world." "You what?" Naruto yelled out. What does it mean?" Naruto said, back in Hokage office, as Hiruzen has just unplugged his ears. "I'm married out of nowhere?" "Engaged, Naruto. You are arranged to be married to 5 of the girls from this village." But why?" "You see, kid, there is a secret that I have been hiding. And that secret is that you're from 2 of the most strongest prominent clans, and you are the last sole heir to that clan. Which is none other than Namikaze and Uzumaki clan." "Wait, what? Am I really Uzumaki?" And Namikaze. Like Minato Namikaze? Yes, Naruto. Then that means that, yes, Minato was your father, and he has named you the successor of his clan as well. You'll be given your house back, your clan compound house back. And not only that, you will be arranged to marry these five since you are a lone male and you have to go under CRA. It is the law of this village from the ancient times, my boy. I see. Who are those girls? First of all, I would like to ask, how would you treat them? Obviously, I'm gonna treat them fairly. What do you expect from me? I'm not some kind of monster who's gonna judge them and, mistreat them or anything. Are they someone I know? Well, yes, one of whom you actually have met along the way. Meet Hana and Izuka. Wait, what? Naruto said, gaining a huge amount of blush, as Hana smiled, seeing that. Really? Yes, Naruto. As Naruto looked around, and he was blushing madly. Who else? As after some time, Hiruzen nodded into the shadows, and four girls entered 10 minutes later, and Naruto was shocked to see who they were. Sakura Haruno, as well as Hinata Yuga, and none other than Sasuke Uchiha as well. Wait, what? And Ino Yamanaka. Why Sasuke here? Well, silly, it's because Sasuke de-hunted himself into Satsuki. I'm back. Wait, Satsuki? You're alive? Naruto said, dashing towards her and giving her a hug. You're alive? I thought that you died in that massacre. I'm not gonna die, Naruto. Never. Don't leave me, okay? As the other girls got jealous when they saw that how Naruto had missed her, and Satsuki was somewhat happy that he did and remembered her as well. As this reunion was going on, two eyes were watching Naruto like hawk from the far away of the elemental nations to the other side in Amigakure through a genjutsu. I see. As the crow with the Sharingan was seen outside of Hokage's office. I'm happy for you, little sister. You finally found somewhere you can belong to. Now all I have to do is take care of the Akatsuki. Thought Itachi Uchiha, the one who has massacred the whole clan. And his mission was not only that, but to also prevent Akatsuki after finding out the true motives to be successive in it. And not only this, he was also being employed by the other Kages as well at the same time, meaning the whole elemental nation was in on this, because they have been hiring Akatsuki, and Akatsuki have been giving a lot of useful information and have been working for them, and this made them quite suspicious, so they had a meeting with none other than Hiruzen Sarutobi himself, and the Kages have decided that they will let things play out, but they will play it safe, and an alliance was formed, which turned into later on a permanent alliance because they were already at peace now for so long, for finding out the Akatsuki's motives, and it has been helping them out all since, because there has been workflow equivalent in all villages, as well as trading ports, as well as trading stuff in different villages has been going on more peacefully as well. And they were shocked to find out through Itachi what the true motives of the village was, as well as the Akatsuki was. It was to revive the Ten Tails, to place everyone in a genjutsu-like state until they all die. And that was not something ideal that they wanted. So, for that to happen, Itachi was there. And Itachi, for some reason, has contracted a disease which was making him weak, and as the passing day went by, he was dying. So, he thought that instead of getting out of defeating them, or putting them in a genjutsu because of the eyes of his friend, using the Kotomatsukami, he's gonna make sure that they commit suicide, and he will alongside them. And now was the day when this happens, when his sister will reveal who she is, and she will be with the person who she loved the most, Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze. And now we see that Itachi has used the Kotomatsukami in the meeting, as everyone, even Zetsu himself, was entrapped in it, as he then used Amaterus and burned down each and every one of them with his black flames until there was nothing that remained. And in the end, Itachi used the flames on himself, as tears of red blood was coming out of his eyes. And now with everything over, with me, it will be finished, and there will be no hatred left to destroy this peace. May the elemental nation prosper, and may you, Sasuke Uchiha, prosper as well. As Itachi closed his eyes, and everything was over, and over there for Naruto, It was a whole new thing. Everyone was treating him now nicely and fairly. And not only that, he was given a seat in the Hokage office as well, and Hiruzen has even named him his successor, which was put on hold because they thought that Naruto was still too young for that. And for him to be a Kage, there was someone who has to be there to treat him more precisely. So Tsunade and Jiraiya were called back. And let's just say Jiraiya was quite surprised to find out Naruto was able to use the 8 Gate States. So he began to teach him, thanks to the Toads, a new way of Senjutsu. The Senjutsu of the Toads through nature itself, without the usage of the chakra coils. But something happened. Naruto's chakra coil that was damaged was replaced by a new one, made by natural chakra in itself whenever he was in a Senjutsu mode, meaning that he could use jutsus in a Senjutsu mode alone, and he has to now hone it, and he has been training in it alongside his wives who are now at least up to a Kage level shinobis and konoichis as well, even more so than stronger than Naruto, some of them at least. And 5 more years later, we see 18-year-old Naruto standing in an aisle. In front of him was his 5 wives, who he was going to marry. And attending the wedding was the clan, the whole elemental nation as well. Because Naruto has, alongside his wife, has been sent out to different nations as well as missions to make allies. And they have been successfully able to do so. Because it was a test between the older generation to make sure that this alliance would work or not. And for their surprise, it has worked wonders, and everyone has accepted this, and they were happy with this because they were certain that they were leaving the newer generation in a safer hands. And as for Naruto, let's just say poor soul's trouble was just about to begin. The soul was going to be trapped in between a 5-strong Konoichi's marriage. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story up, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!